Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Wow, that's really loud in my ears. What did I do? What did I change? Damn, I kind of like it, though. I like it. Now I can hear. This is like what you guys hear. Before, it's pretty quiet, so I think that's why I yell. But now it's like, this is chill. I can just talk like this. Oh, that's good. That's real good. My voice sounds better when it's just more relaxed like that. See, normally I'm like this. But there's no need to be like that. I can smooth it out. God damn. See, this is insanely chill. I hope everyone's doing well today. Just went for breakfast. It was good. Came back here, threw on the pod. It's real smoky here right now, which is crazy. There's some big-ass fires going on in Ventura. So I hope everyone's safe over there. It's just happening right now. I woke up this morning and it's all over the news. It's like I follow the, I've talked about this before, but I follow the Venice 311 Twitter account, which is just like this account that follows that listens to police scanners and tweets out what's happening. But it's verified. It's just a dude though. It's just a guy that runs this account. And so a lot of his tweets are like his opinion on things, which is really funny. Like a verified news Twitter is just this guy being like, well, fucking homeless dude throwing sandwiches into the road again. Yeah, there's a fucking homeless dude throwing old sandwiches into the road again. Classic Venice. Remember last time we saw this happening? Just a couple months ago, and you're like, what is this? Is this news? What is this? Because it sounds like a dude just complaining about homeless people throwing sandwiches into the road. So yeah, this morning I woke up and he was tweeting and he was like, yeah, I'm listening to the police scanners and there's a lot of people in some canyon in Ventura and they like are trapped by the fire, which is fucking scary. So I hope everyone makes it out all right, and I hope mad respect to all the firefighters going out there to help out. So that's a messed up situation, and it's all smoky over here. It's crazy. It's like right there. There's tons of. I mean, in my bathroom right now, I just went in there and there's like I went in there to full disclosure. I went in there to take a poop. Okay, I do poo sometimes. I went in there and the toilet is like covered in like black ash. Like not covered in it, but it's like there's way more than there normally is because normally there's none. So percentage-wise, it's a shit ton more. So yeah, that's messed up. I hope everyone's cool, and I know people already like lost their houses and shit, so it's just messed up. Yeah, but other than that, it's been a decent morning. Had some breakfast. This is the thing that always happens when me and Kelsey go out to eat, is the waiter will come and put her food down in front of me and my food down in front of her. Because why? Is it because I eat like a girl? You remember in that one video I posted, the DM video, where I'm like, some guy was like, you eat dumb food. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I think now I get it. I think I eat just like wimpy, girly food. Not that girls are wimps, but I'm just saying like this morning I went and I had an acai bowl and Kelsey had a breakfast burrito. And so the guy was like, oh, he's definitely going to have the burrito. And she is going to have the acai bowl because, she's actually in shape. And I'm basically just a big piece of garbage. But not to say that if you eat burritos, you're a human piece of garbage. I'm just digging myself in a hole here. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, I think I don't know. I don't know what it is. In the morning, I'm not hungry. Sometimes I eat like a girl in the morning. Actually, no, sometimes I just don't eat like anything in the morning. I just don't eat food. That's not eating like a girl. That's just not eating. That's eating like a plant. Right? That's eating like a vase. That's eating like a printer. That's eating like a chair. I'm just looking around my living room and saying things that aren't living. What else was I going to fucking talk about this morning? So, oh my God, you know what I want to talk about actually is this shit that has changed my life. My life has changed. You guys, I'm not even being dramatic. There's some moments that come along every year. A couple moments will come along, and I'm not even talking about like things in things in careers or things in relationships. I'm not talking about that shit, okay? I'm talking about things that come along that kind of revolutionize the way you think about technology or just like society in general. Maybe I'm being too broad, but let me just explain. Okay, one of them happened about a month ago when HQ came out. You guys know because I freaked out on the podcast. I said this game has changed my life. It's a game show where everyone in America can play at the same time as long as you have an iPhone, and you pop on and they live stream to everyone that has the app, and then you do trivia with everyone in America. And there's like 200,000 people that play at once. So obviously not everyone in America, but everyone could play if they wanted to. And so you're just playing trivia and you can win money. And I'm like, you still see, when you describe this game to anyone and they're like, what? That's awesome. Every single person, and that's how you know there's something fucking special there, you know? By the way, if you actually, if you use my code when you download it, codyko, then I get free lives or some shit. I don't know. Someone was like, yo, you should really get like a referral code because you're really pushing this shit hard. And it's true, but I'm happy to market shit like that for free when it's as dope as that. And I really do think that's going to change the face of like game shows and live entertainment on right now with Mobley. I think it's like a cornerstone moment, pivotal moment. I think it's a pivotal moment in entertainment and in consumer media right now. I really do. I think that's going to change the game. And we were kind of wondering like, how are they going to make money? Are they going to do the shit where they're like, this broadcast is sponsored by blah, which is like very obvious what, you know, it's like the obvious route, right? That's kind of modeled after current game shows and current TV as it stands right now. Like this show brought to you by Ford fucking Kia Motors. Buy the new Kia Soul. And so we're kind of like that. And then in the last broadcast, one of the questions was, it was branded. It was so clearly branded. It was, what is the vacation rental service that allows you to rent out somebody else's home for a few days? And it was like 2 garbage answers and then Airbnb. And so we just like clicked it real quick and we're like, oh, Airbnb for sure. And then we sat back and we were like, this is weird. And then Scott, the host, goes on and he's like, the right answer is Airbnb. And then he proceeds to talk about Airbnb for like 30 seconds, naming Airbnb like 6 times, and to the point where it's like, all right, dude, this is so clearly paid. We get it. Oh, fucking speak of the devil. It's on right now. God damn it. Oh, someone just gave me an extra life and it's about to be on. So we might actually just play it. Why don't we fucking play it on the podcast? That'd be kind of fun. Well, it'll be fun for me. It's not going to be fun for you at all. So I don't blame you if you turn it off when that starts happening. But don't do it. Don't turn it off. So this is what I'm saying. So the HQ was one moment where I was like, God damn, this is revolutionary in my mind. And I think it will be I think it will, in the future, this will be recognized as like a point in technology where this changed the game. Now, I think when Uber was invented, that was very similar, right? There's obviously all these what they call unicorns in tech, like they're, you know, the ones widely considered for a shift in some part of society, right? So I think this is, and I think next, what I've been tripping about right now, what I'm freaking out over, I can't talk, is birds. And I'm not talking birds with beaks. I'm not talking birds with wings. Metaphorical wings, maybe. I'm not talking birds with little feet. I'm not talking birds that eat seed. Nope. Not talking that at all. I'm not talking birds that chirp in the morning, in the evening. They don't chirp at all. I'm talking birds, electric birds. I'm talking, okay, what I'm trying to say is birds are these electric scooters that you can rent by the minute, and they're all over the west side now in LA. So basically the way it works is when you're done, you just leave it wherever the fuck you are. And then when you want one, you open up the map and you can see where they are on the west side. So you go find one, and then you just unlock it with the app, and then you can use it. And then when you're done, you just leave it wherever the fuck you want. And it's $1 to start riding it, and then it's 15 cents a minute after that. Now, this sounds like an ad, but it's not. I'm freaking out over this shit. So I saw them all over Venice over the past, month I've been seeing people riding these things, and I'm like, what the fuck are these things? First of all, people look so stupid when they're riding them. Nobody ever looks cool riding a scooter, and I'm talking like a Razor scooter. It's not like a Vespa. It's like a Razor scooter that you stand up on. Nobody looks cool in this position where one foot is in front of the other, and your arms are up like this. No one has ever looked cool doing that. It's the stupidest position that you can make with your body. It really is. So I'm seeing people riding around, and the fact is you're not even doing anything cool. Like, you're not pushing, right? It's an electric thing, so you're just standing there, and it's just doing all the work for you. So you just look like this fucking tourist. It looks like a Segway almost, Like, you're just riding around, looking at all the people walking, just looking down on them, Oh, nice. Yeah. What are you using the legs? Cool. I just think it looks ridiculous, right? So I'm like, I immediately dismiss it. I'm like, what the fuck are these things? Get out of my community. And I'm just seeing them all over the street, and I'm like, the people are just leaving them in weird places. Whose are these fucking scooters? Whatever. So finally, I'm learning in my life to not immediately dismiss things, right? You can't really judge a book by its cover. You gotta don't knock it till you try it. All that shit, blah blah blah. Okay, so the other day, I see these scooters, and me and Kelsey are walking around, and we're going for breakfast or something, and this couple rides by on these scooters. I'm like, God, those are so dumb. And then Kelsey was like, why don't we, she was like, yeah, that is kind of weird. And then she was like, why don't we go to this place? And I was like, oh, it's a little bit far. And then we both kind of look at each other and we're like, damn, if we had some of those electric scooters, we could just go. It wouldn't be a thing. And so I was like, we got to figure out what those are. All of a sudden now I'm flipped, right? I'm like, we have to figure out what the fuck, because you're right. That's perfect. I don't want to walk. It's 2017. I shouldn't have to walk, but I don't want to Uber. It's like 5 blocks. It's too close to Uber. It's too far to walk. It is too far to walk. Okay, it's starting. HQ is starting, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it on silent because the host is pretty fucking annoying, honestly, in the first 5 minutes. So I'm like, I got to figure out what these things are, right? So we're walking around a little bit. No, you know what we were doing? We were just walking around, going to open houses, which is fucking awesome. That's a great Sunday activity. If you're bored on a Sunday and you live in like a community like this, just fucking crash the open houses and pretend like you have enough money to buy any of that shit. It's awesome. We walked in, the guy was like, hey, how's it going? And we're like, good. And we had like flyers from other houses, so he knew we were walking around checking out the competition. And the guy was like, you guys, you're in the market? How long you been in the market for? And we're like, oh, couple months, just kind of seeing what's up, seeing how things are shaking out. The guy was like, great. You looking for personal or investment? Both. I think I might buy a couple properties, actually. Might buy a couple for investment. Might even live in one. Hell, who's to say? I got so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I got money spraying out of my fucking eyes. And Kelsey and I are like pretending like we're married or some shit. It's just funny. And one of the houses we went to was dope as shit. And I found out later it's because the people who own it are designers. So all the furniture was like very tasteful, but not a lot. That's one thing that I kind of realized. I'm looking around that room and I'm like, there's not a lot of shit in here, but the shit they did pick out is really tasteful. So it makes the whole place look dope. I kind of always thought you need a whole bunch of shit. You need shit on your mantle. You need shelves everywhere. You need to like put a lot of time into like making it feel full. But I don't think that's true. I think you just need to pick the right shit. I just think you just need to be designers. All right, here we go. I think HQ is starting here. I'll try to get back to what I was talking about. I'm going to get back to the birds. So we're checking out open houses. Great Sunday activity. So if you're bored on a Sunday, go do that. Already said that, but I'm just going to reiterate. That's a great Sunday activity. Okay, here, wait. It's starting. Yes, I'm ready to say yes to the dress, Scott. I'm going to do this because I know I'm going to fail at question 3, and it's only going to be 4 minutes anyways.
Skirt, pop, pop. Q1.
You can tell how annoying it is.
Which of these is an animated TV show?
Breaking Bad, American Idol, or SpongeBob? SpongeBob. Easy. And you only get 3 seconds to answer these fucking things. So, we got it right, by the way. So we're we're walking around the open houses and we're like, we need 2 of these scooters. And so we're walking around and we see this kid cruising by on one of these things. And so I look and I see the label bird on it. So I Google bird scooters. I find the app. I get the app. We look for some scooters around us, and there's two, like, I don't know, like 10 minutes away. So we took an... Okay, I'm not proud to admit this. Which kind of creature is an arachnid? A spider. Boom. I'm not proud to admit this, but we did lift to the scooters. So we did zero physical activity making it over to the scooters, and then after we had the scooters, we did even less because we were cruising around on these things. But so we get these things, we unlock them, and then we just cruised. You know what? I'm gonna fucking turn this off because it's distracting me. We just cruised. We went to the Venice Canals, which, god damn, if anyone has ever, you look at there is no greater meaning to the word goals than the Venice Canals. All right? I'm just going to say that right there. It is the most beautiful goddamn place in LA, for sure. The hills are cool, sure. The Bel Air, cool, yeah, sure, whatever. Silver Lake. I was there actually yesterday, and it is actually really cool. But sure, whatever. Silver Lake, so what? Venice Canals, fuck me up, fam. That's a great place right there. You got everything. It's like this quaint little community in the middle of just the grossness of Venice. It's awesome. Venice is gross. I don't mind it, but it's gross. And the canals are it's just crazy. It's this little fucking thing. There's water there. There's boats. These giant, beautiful houses right on the water. It's like in the middle of this. It's just so separated. It's crazy. So isolated from the rest. And so we took these little scooters and we just cruising by all these houses, just looking, just basically, it's just a very goals thing to do. So that was amazing. And then we just left the scooters wherever we brought them here to the place and left them. And that's birding. And then the other day I was coming home from the gym and someone was like, you should meet me around here. And I was like, I didn't want to walk. And there was a bird right there. So I just took it. Fucking A. Isn't that cool? I'm fucking freaking out about this shit. It's awesome. It's so much fun too, riding these things. Wind in your hair. But you're not like going fast enough where it feels dangerous. But you can still go fast on these things. Don't get me wrong. You can still rip. Oh, you can shred. You can absolutely shred on these birds. This gives a whole new meaning to as the crow flies. No, it doesn't. That was a reach. It's awesome though. I'm serious. I hope it's in every city soon. The one thing that I think is they're going to have an issue with is there has to be some sort of regulation because people really do just leave them in the middle of the sidewalk. And like at scale, that just does not work at all, right? That's like one of the problems I think with community bike sharing is that at scale, I don't think that works. Like there has to be like designated areas for these things. You shouldn't be able to just leave them in the sidewalk. It feels wrong. It feels like I'm littering. And I'm like, there have been times where I'm walking down the road and there's just a bird in the middle of the sidewalk and it's like, you got to move it, which isn't a big deal, but it's like, what are we doing? Getting calls here. So anyways, this is a pivotal moment in technology. It's actually one of the guys from Uber. He used to work for Uber, started this company. And he used to be in charge of, I forget what at Uber, but he started this and it's just, I want one of these things now for my own, which kind of defeats the purpose because now I don't have to Uber anywhere on the west side. I can just use these things and it's so much cheaper, but I want to buy one because they're fun to ride regardless of how stupid you look, because you do look very stupid. Like a human T. You look like a praying mantis just riding one of these fucking things. So stupid. So stupid. But now I'm convinced. I'm convinced birding is the best thing. I'm just waiting for the moment where someone gets hit by a car or some shit and then they're outlawed. Because everything good like that comes to an end very quickly. The government will fucking find a way to change that shit. But actually, speaking of, you know what? Let's just keep talking about technology. Speaking of technological advancements and other things, I'm gonna talk about crypto for a little bit. I've been getting deeper and deeper into it. I recently, have you heard about this thing, cryptokitties? It's crazy. Some dude, or some company, I guess, they built this basically tradable cat system on top of Ethereum, which is one of the crypto coins. that has made it easier for developers to develop apps with cryptocurrency, Ethereum. That's like one of Ethereum's big selling points. So someone wrote one of the first apps that has now come out is this. It's basically a game. And Jesus, my mouth noises are fucking on fleek right now. And I can't believe I just said that. What is wrong with me? I'm having very loud mouth noises is what I meant to say there. I'm going to get some water and then I'm going to keep talking about cryptokitties. All right? Wait just 1 second. My little pod kitties. Oh, fucking Jesus. All right, guys. I'm back. So it's basically like the system. Just think of it as playing cards, right? Trading cards, like baseball cards. Every baseball card is worth something in terms of like a US dollar amount or Pokemon cards or whatever, right? It has an inherent worth to it, whatever people give it. And you can trade them, you can sell them, whatever you want to do. This is basically the same thing, but built on top of cryptocurrency. So you have these little cartoon cats, and they're really cute. And each of them is unique. They have stripes, they have spots, they got colored eyes, whatever. And so you can collect them, you can buy them, and then you can breed them and make new ones and then sell those. And so you can eventually just, have this army of cats that are all worth a certain amount of like US dollars in the end. It's really cool. So I got a couple cryptokitties. And it's cool, man. I bred them. So now one of them's having a baby, which is awesome. Can't believe I'm going to be a grandfather, an uncle. I don't know what. My cats are having a kid. Do I become the uncle to that cat? Am I Uncle Cody to the cat? Who knows? But I'm going to sell it anyway, so fuck that thing. Yeah, it's dope. One of them's name's Otto, and the other one's name is Straight Outta Rompton. I didn't name that one. I bought that name. I bought that one. It was named that, and I just kept it because I thought it was kind of cute. So yeah, good times. CryptoKitties. Check it out. cryptokitties.com or some shit. I'm gonna see. Some people are making a fuck ton of money on this shit. The very first cat that was created just sold like a couple days ago for something like $130,000 US. I'm serious. That actually happened. And the ones right now, here, let's go on the market right now. I want to go on the marketplace just to see how much these things are selling for. People think that's the guy who created Ethereum that did that. But there are plenty of people that bought Ethereum years ago, bought a shit ton, and now it's worth, just like Bitcoin too. And now it's worth, a fuck ton more than it actually was. Like there's people like, that started out like, were mining Bitcoin 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that now have like 1,000 Bitcoins, and now have like $1 million or whatever, $10 million. All right, this is not loading. God damn it. All right, when that loads, I'll tell you how much some of the cats are going for right now. But maybe I'll make some money on it. Who knows? It's fun fucking around with cryptocurrency. It's just fun. It's cool. Get involved if you like technology, and it's the new wave, dude. It's a fucking vibe. What else is up? I just posted a video today. It's called "When Bay Goes Through Your Phone." Basically, I found this comedy video on Instagram, and I was like, it was so bad, and I was like, I'll do a one-off video about this one. I kind of want to start doing like more videos on my main channel. But there's such a fucking commitment because I love to spend a lot of time editing them, that I'm like, maybe I'll do shorter ones in between like the longer ones, just so there's actually like more content on my main channel, because it's I don't know, people are watching that one the most, and I like doing them. It's just, to me, it's kind of a burden because it takes so long, and it's not as much of a reward, but it's like, obviously people want the content and I want to deliver it, so I might just do shorter videos. Anyways, I found this Instagram video. It basically was like this compilation of when Bay goes through your phone jokes, which is just, it's fucking, how long have we been doing this shit for? What, like it's been like 4 years of this joke now, when Bay goes through your phone. I did that one time in my life, went through my significant other's phone. One time. Twice. I looked at Kelsey's Instagram search history the other day. I'll admit I did, but she was sitting right there. She knew I was going to do it. and that's an interesting thing. That's so revealing who they're searching on Instagram. That's the most fucking revealing thing ever. So I did, sorry, violation of privacy there. Fucking guilty, red-handed, sorry. That's the only time. The other time is when I thought I was getting cheated on, and I was, turns out. So that one, not really sorry about that one either. But other than that, that doesn't happen, right? You don't go through your person's phone. Just respect the privacy, right? I don't know. How is this such a joke that has been going on for so many years? So anyways, I posted this video. Basically, the first video that I commented on, his girlfriend is going through his phone and he freaks out, and so he throws a grenade in the living room and blows his whole house up, which is like, I mean, it's funny because it's shocking. It's like, what the fuck? But I don't think that's what they intended to do, because the next two videos are so insanely stupid that the first one, I don't think you can give them that. They meant to, like, that the shock value of that. I think it's just like, oh, if I killed you, that'd be funny. Like, that'd be a great punchline. I don't think it'd be like, wait, why don't we just go above and beyond and I'll just fucking blow up the entire neighborhood? And so I did a video on this where I was like basically overreacting, and it's just funny how many people don't get it. Like, they're like, it's just a joke, Cody. It's just a joke. I know it's a joke. Like, obviously I know it's a fucking joke. It's just not a funny one. You know? But who knows? Maybe I'm in the wrong. But I liked the video. It's got a decent amount of likes. It's got a lot of dislikes already. Jesus Christ. Let's see, read some comments here. Every time Cody does an Instagram video, the pineapples are multiplying. Cody, blink twice if they're holding you hostage. Yeah, I do. I got 2 over there. I didn't even buy those. They're in all my videos now, and I didn't buy them. I don't know whose they are. I don't know why they're here. But I think they do have I think they have a mind of their own, because they make their way in the background of everything I'm filming. I'm surprised, honestly. Watch one of them just all of a sudden be right there. Connect your fucking Alexa to Wi-Fi or take it off mute. Yeah, sorry about that. My Alexa was just blinking in the background of this video the whole time, which is, as soon as I started editing, I was like, oh, that's going to piss the fuck out of people. That's going to annoy them. Sorry, guys. Calm down, Grandpa. See, this is what I mean. Old man doesn't know how to use Alexa, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so yeah, check that video out. It's true I didn't put the most amount of time into it, but this is what I might try. Maybe it's the wrong direction to go, but I just want to get more shit on my main channel. And so I got a bigger video coming probably later this week. I don't know. I still got to shoot it, but I'm figuring that out right now. And then what else did we do? So I did on Saturday. Here's some news that I'm going to talk about more on Noel and I's podcast, but we had our first live show, our first live podcast. I've been saying that we wanted to do this forever. And I put that tour demand link out, and you guys, like, a lot of you filled that out about like where you'd want to see us live and everything, and it finally fucking happened. It finally happened, but in the weirdest way. Like, my agent called me up and he was like, "Hey, we got a spot at this venue for you to do a show. It's an hour spot. What do you want to do?" And this came out. I've been telling them I want to do live shit for a long time. And so I think they've been working on it for a long time. And finally it happened, and I was just totally unprepared. He was like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, I don't know. I guess I just have an hour to fuck around with. And he's like, "Yeah, you can do whatever you want." And I was like, I've never been on stage for longer than 8 minutes before in my entire life. What the fuck? What am I going to do for an hour? Am I going to put together a stand-up like lineup? Should I get my friends to do stand-up and then we can all do 10 minutes? The world was my oyster at that point. And so basically what we decided is I've wanted to do a live podcast forever. I've wanted to try out that format. So Noel and I were like, fuck it, let's just do it. Let's do a TMG live podcast. Tiny Meat Gang is my other podcast, if you don't know. And so that's what we did. And it was awesome. It was fucking awesome. It was great. Packed house. It was 21 plus, and we ended up selling I think over 100 tickets, or maybe a little bit less. And then there's a bunch of people that came from the industry, like my managers and shit. And so it was a full house, felt really full. The venue was really cool. It was smaller, but still a decent size. And so it just felt like there was a lot of energy in the room, and it was great. And it went really well. Obviously, I fucked up a couple times, but it was that format kind of allows for, fuck ups, as does stand up too. But I feel like stand up is much more performant in the sense where it's like you got to nail the delivery and everything like that. Podcast is like you got an hour up there to just fucking chill, and it's like the audience was involved. We were asking them questions, and it was cool. It could easily get boring, easily. So I think that's one of the things we did kind of well is try and keep it entertaining. Like we had segments and stuff that we planned out. So I'm proud of how we did, and now I think next year touring is actually going to happen. So we're going to do this. We're going to bring it on the road. So, I don't know. I'll probably send out another one of those tour demand links or some shit to figure out where we're actually going to go. But it'll probably just be a weekend thing. We'll go to a city and do a show. So look out for that, okay? And also the live taping, we're going to put it on Patreon as a bonus episode. So that's patreon.com/tinymeatgang if you want to see the live show and how we did. Is the mouth noises better? Now that this is so loud, I can hear them. I can hear it, and I get it. It's grossing me out. Yeah, I'm stoked, man. I get so nervous still before I go out. I told one of the girls there, she was like, "Good job." We had like a meet and greet afterwards, and she was like, "Good job, good job." And I was like, "Thanks." I get really nervous, and she's like, "I know, I could tell your phone was shaking or something." And I was like, "Oh man, I'm that dude." You like have. There's people in your like high school or whatever where they get up to read in front of the class or something. And they're like, the book is like fucking just shaking like violently in front of the whole class. And this is the story of Huckleberry Finn. I guess I was that guy. I had this one dude. He was so anxious. This guy in my high school. One time he got up to give a presentation and he had his speech written down on these like 2 pieces of paper. And he was so nervous. He rolled the 2 pieces of paper up like as he was giving his presentation. So I don't even know. Maybe he memorized it. I don't know how he was doing it. He rolled his pieces of paper up so tight, and then he started ripping them apart in front of the whole fucking class. In the middle of his presentation, he's ripping his own speech apart because he was that anxious, and he had no idea he was doing it. And at the end, we were all like, he was just like, "Oh, fuck." And he like looked down and it's just like pieces of his speech in his own hands. Oh, man. So I guess I was that dude. I fucked up a couple times, but it was all in all, it's pretty good. I really want to get comfortable on a stage, and it's one of those things you just got to keep doing it. That's the only way. Noel killed it, though. He was great. And we even previewed actually one of our new songs, which mixtape comes out a week Friday. And it fucking comes out on the same day as this is what we found out. We decided a long time ago we were going to come out with the mixtape on December 15th, or EP. I should stop calling it a mixtape. It's 5 songs on December 15th. And so a long time ago, we said it on the podcast. And since then, G-Eazy has announced his album coming out. Keep in mind, obviously, we're nowhere near these people in popularity at all, but it's just funny. I just think it's funny to think of them as competition, right? G-Eazy, Brockhampton, NERD, and now fucking Eminem. Eminem is coming out with his goddamn album on the same day as ours. Plus, it's fucking Christmas or whatever. So you guys got to promise me that on December 15th, you will listen to the whole EP and give it your attention, please. We put a lot of work into it, and we're very proud of it. And so you got to promise that shit's going to happen. And maybe, just maybe, I wasn't going to say this, but I'm feeling kind of saucy right now. TMG merch, maybe, is going to come out on the same day. Maybe. So keep an eye out, because that could be a potential Christmas gift. Okay? That's all I'm fucking saying. That's all I'm saying. Keep your eyes up for the EP. We previewed one of the new songs, and everyone really liked it, which was kind of a weird thing to do in a live podcast, because we just sat there and watched them listen to the song. We didn't really perform it. Some girl was like, "Can you guys do a live performance of Super Zan?" We were like, "Fuck no. Hell no." That's one of those things you don't know you don't want until it's happening. You ask for it, and then we start doing it, and they're like, "Oh my God, I wish I never asked for this. Holy shit, this is awkward." Great live show, though. It was a lot of fun. Oh, Jesus, fuck. It's my own video. I just got so scared. What else happened? We watched the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which, as you know from the last episode, Kelsey was freaking out about that, and I was like, yeah, it's hot girls in lingerie. Definitely, I'll watch it, but I don't really get it. And I watched it and I get it. It's a whole thing. It's a whole damn show. It's a show, baby. It really is. Harry Styles was great. Miguel was great. There's some Chinese singer that was pretty good, and that chick fell. The chick fell. How crazy is that? They kept that shit in. Kelsey knew that one of the girls fell because she saw it on Instagram or something, because she follows all the angels pretty closely. And so she knew that some girl had fallen, and then we were like, but are they going to cut it into the final cut? And they did. They kept it in there because it's like I was thinking afterwards, I was like, it is a great move to keep that shit in there. You know what I mean? Just add some humanity to the show. And be like, listen, we're not all perfect supermodels. Look, we fall down just like you guys. And then like the owner of Victoria's Secret or the producer or whatever was like, good job. Like, you're always our family. You don't have to worry about the fact that you fell. And then she comes out later and she's all triumphant, and it just adds it's the whole like sob story thing that America loves to do to their shows. Where it's like, oh my, I'd love to make it in American Idol. My entire family died when I was 2. And you're like, oh my God, that is heartbreaking. And then they start to sing, and you're like, but they got pipes. They got pipes. And there is some good left in this world. America loves to do that to their shows. So I feel like that's what the keeping that girl falling in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. That's what that was all about. We watched that. It was great. And we went this weekend. What else did we do this weekend? I went to fucking Morton's Steakhouse. So bomb, dude. I love those chain steakhouses because you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. It's the same every time. It's great service, great food, but it's just never, it's just safe. You go there and you just, you're not going to, you know everything on the menu. It's just steak and lobster, pretty fucking standard. And then just starches, you got your potatoes, you got your fucking other potatoes, there's like a lot of forms of potatoes at this places, and then you got your green beans and whatever. It's the most predictable American food, and it's great. And it was real nice. It was a real nice dinner. And then what else? We got our last studio session tomorrow. We're gonna polish up the mixtape, the EP. God fucking damn it, and then we got to do some stuff. We're going to shoot the album art. We got some album art made, and we might try and go a different direction because we're thinking about something else, thinking of doing it different. So yeah, expect more about that in the coming days. Yeah, guys. That's about it, honestly. That's really all I had to chat with you guys about today. Go check out my new video if you haven't. I just want to reiterate again, dude. The birds, if you're in LA, if you're on the west side, I think it's only on the west side right now, but try one of those things out. Where you see it, when you see it, download the app, unlock that baby, and just give that motherfucker a shred. What should I get my family for Christmas? Is it lame to get them some cryptocurrency? I've been thinking, that's fucking, I feel like every nerd in America is doing that right now. Is getting their family cryptocurrency for Christmas. But I just feel like it'd be cool. Because who knows, in a year that could be worth fucking double. It probably will be, honestly. And so how cool of a gift is that? Immediately it's like, oh, well, you got me. I mean, I might get them like physical shit too, but it's like, oh, you cool. You got me this fake money. Thanks, whatever. And then in a year, they're going to come back and be like, why didn't you buy me more of this shit? Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Hell yeah. Or maybe I'll buy them a crypto cat. We'll see. It is kind of nice having the voice loud like this. I'm going to keep it like this for future episodes. Also, I might start doing the voicemail shit again. I kind of miss doing that. Should I maybe check the Twitter? See if there's been any questions or anything recently? I haven't checked the Twitter in a little bit. Oh, I don't even have it on this phone. Jesus Christ. Oh, what kind of a host am I? What kind of a fucking podcast host am I? I was in Silver Lake yesterday. Silver Lake is very, very cool. It's a very cool area. You know, people make fun of Silver Lake. What's just one of those things? Oh, you live in Silver Lake? Oh, you must be a hipster. Nah, that's more overused of a joke than when Bay goes through my phone. Oh, what? You live in Silver Lake and you're in a relationship? What, is your bae a hipster and does she go through your phone? It's a really cool area though. And I went at the perfect time. I went at like 11 a.m., which is the perfect time to go east in LA because there's no traffic. And so I made it there in like half an hour. It didn't really seem that far. Normally it seems fucking far because it just takes forever to get there. And yesterday was like a breeze getting there and it was just, the houses are all really nice. And then I'm looking up property in Silver Lake because I just wanted to see what you'd get for your money, you know, in comparison to here. And you could buy a 3-bedroom house for like $1 million there. It's crazy. And they're nice. And it's a really nice area too. I'm looking into, I'm like any 27-year-old. I want to buy a house one day, you know? And so I've been keeping my eye on the markets, you know? So I guess part of that story about us checking out open houses is true. I am in the market, but you know, a lot of us are in the market. I'm sure every single one of us are in the market for a house. Or I guess like, you know, in the market in the sense where it's like, yeah, I'm one day, you know, I'm always in the market. It's just, you know, when I can actually get out of the market by buying a house. And so I've been keeping an eye on just real estate in general. And in Silver Lake, you can get a bang for your buck, but I don't think I can move away from the beach. LA problems, right? All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Check out the new video. Keep an eye out for one later this week. And then, of course, the mixtape next week. And, you know, everything. Patreon.com/TinyMeatGang is my other podcast. So there should be an episode up where we talk more in detail about the show. And then, of course, if you want to see the live show, then you can contribute to the Patreon as well. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate all of you. And I love you. I don't